mash is the hit of the lad. For you, the living, the smash was meant to. When you get to my door, tell them Boris sent you. Then you can monster mash and do my graveyard smash. You'll catch on in a flash. Then you can monster mash.
And so it is that Boris recommends us to himself and the monsters like himself in Parliament. And utter monsters they are. The latest news, of course, is this crafty, evil, cunning politician, and they're all in bed together, no matter what party. One sits upon the terraces supporting. They're all in it together. To feather their own nests and to do their own thing. This man has committed adultery. You know, government cannot even face up to its adulterous state and its child-buggering state, and so they term the words for what they do an affair, to try and sanitise it, trying to make it less than it is. That the devastation, that the iniquitous things that they do here should be sanctified. Oh, it's just an affair, made a mistake. No, it is adultery. Oh, well, it's with that kid. Oh, well, that's child buggery. No, paedophilia. No, it's child buggery. Your conscience cannot take truth. That's your problem, because you're a politician. Being a politician, it is not your role to tell the truth. It is your role to lie and to deceive. That's your role in life. Now let's get something straight here, because the waters have been muddied. Politicians are treated by so many, multitudes in fact, as being people like us. They're not. We should think more. We should think and contemplate more. This adulterous, dirty, filthy, iniquitous specimen of a biological human being who's no humanity. It's simply self. And Parliament has no humanity. This is why it preaches empathy. And persons can come up to us and say, oh, I had training in empathy. Have you now, love? Oh, right, love. Have you? So you're telling me then that you've no humanity? Huh? Where's your humanity? That comes before and overrides everything, absolutely everything that you can name. Everything, and I mean everything. Nothing stands without humanity. Think about it. Humanity instructs us into good things. Decency, manners, not to war with one another. And as soon as we start to lose our humanity, our consideration from that, loving thy neighbour as thyself, which is humanity, then we get into trouble. Empathy is simply what the government produces because it has no humanity. And it prides itself on saying, oh, you know, I've got empathy here. They've got no empathy. They've got no humanity. They've got nothing but self. Self-glory, self-opinion, self-aggrandizement, self-respect, no respect for anybody else. And this dirty, foul, disgusting, evil Boris Johnson is no different than any other politician. It's what they do. Come on now. Let's come back to this consideration. We go into a shop. Let's say a baker's. Okay, go into a baker's. And we see a cake. Who's baked the cake? Who's created it and baked it? A baker. Are we bakers? No. There's a man or a woman there who is a baker. He produces the food that is in the display cases before us. And the person behind the display case is a shop assistant. Now, what do shop assistants do? Well, they serve us with the goods that are on offer. Okay? They invite us, entreat us legally to purchase those goods. And once we've handed over the money, they become ours. We walk down the street and there's a fella there or a woman there doing a good, decent day's work, honourable, sweeping the streets. He's a sweep. A street sweeper. We go into a building, we see somebody making a car door, and that's what he does. Yet when we come to Parliament, everything changes. Our understanding. We should have the right understanding of Parliament, that Parliament has a bunch of people in it that produce deception because it is their job to produce deception. They can't do anything else but lie and deceive. Have we got it now? I mean, you can't have a baker go into a hospital and perform heart surgery, can you? Each to his own. And once persons go into Parliament, they are modelled and fashioned after the regulations and rules of Parliament. To be amoral, that is, without morals. Parliament makes the morals. This is why it has a compass. So today it could be painting Piggin West. Go west, da na 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 na, to next day north. Next day, there's no set of morals. And the gullible will go along and repeat the words to the friends. Oh, I've got a compass, moral compass. You prat, don't you think? Eh? Oh, I've got empathy. Oh, good blimey. I tell you what. If you want to follow Parliament, okay, in a particular party, I'm Labour, I'm Conservative, I'm SDP, I'm UDA, oh, carry on, yeah. Go! Carry on. If you want to support Parliament, then you're supporting something that is turning out, produces, manufactures lies and deception. There is no morals. Godly morals with Parliament or godly ethics. There's none. There's no humanity. It does not reflect us. It reflects itself. It is a body unto itself. And these buggers here, These dirty oh, I nearly swore then, but these dirty, feckless, arrogant beggars don't give a damn about anybody, don't give a damn about the wives. And it's the same in society with so many, don't give a damn about the wives. Oh no, just lust. Uncontrolled lust. They're damaging another person and they don't give a damn, just as long as they get their satisfaction. I hope his wife divorces him, does the honourable thing, divorces him and takes him for every penny. Absolutely every penny. He can get on his pigging bike and pedal off. You know.
Good shot, Boris. Come out and play, Boris.
Yeah. Keep your head down, Boris.
You alright, Boris? You get a photo. Boris, can you look up? Thank you. That's very good.
They're laughing at him. One thing about Boris is that he's a joke from the beginning to the end, but he's a very subtle, crafty beggar. And they're laughing at him even more now for what he's done. And got caught out.
Sorry, man, apologies.
I mean, look, come on. Let's just go on one guy. I don't want to. Let's go back one because I don't want to see his backside. Right, I don't want to see him. Tell me something. Does this look right? You in America, would your politicians do this? Get on a pigging bike, crash helmet. Well, bicycle helmet, crash helmet, whatever. Protective headgear. Would you do this? No. Of course you wouldn't. Only in England. And we have a Prime Minister now that dresses up like an old hag. We're not a disgrace in this country. Our politicians are not a disgrace. They've forever been buggering children and committing adultery and going to Miss Whiplash and thieving and so on and so on. That again is what they produce because that's what they are. They're unfit for society. That is why. When I say society, the general populace, they can't come in to the general populace because they're unfit to be one with us. Their society is Parliament. You couldn't have one of these bookers in our society producing something because they can't produce anything. All they can produce is lies, and they know it, and they accept this. They accept it. I find it very detestable, these people. Absolutely detestable. That they first of all will ruin the life of another person whom they're supposed to love, supposed to be married to. They're not married to them. They've never been married to them. Oh, it's on paper. Well, that's only a declaration of marriage. But the marriage, you see, is the meeting of minds. There could never have been a total meeting of minds here. Unless his wife is also lustful and has got off with a man. That's just an absolute disgrace, and a disgrace to the world. Before the world, rather. That another politician, out of dozens and dozens of politicians, have found the time to commit adultery that they're not men anymore. They're subject to their own filthy, adulterous passions and make our government to stink. And it stinks. Stinks to high heaven. We'll leave Boris and his monster mash at that.